So one of the major problems that start showcasing itself when you start going out to gigs and wanting to capture good video and good audio is how you capture audio. I mean, there's a cheaper way, an easier way to capture good audio. If you have in-ear monitors, you can split that into two and send one to your recorder and just send your in-ear mix and then record that. Another option is to go to the front of house engineer and request the files. If they do multi-track recording, that will be easy. You can just go in, get the tracks in, and then blend that in with your video much later. That will be a whole lot of work because you gotta now start putting your audio and video together after the gig and get good. And to be honest, I've tried all three options. You could listen. I have tried the easy route, the fastest route, the lazy route, and the nobody cares route that just includes you just pointing your camera at yourself and capture whatever sound you have on stage. That would not give you any good result. I've tried that multiple times. It doesn't sound good. It's too noisy. Either the drum is too loud or the bass is too loud, or you can't even hear anything. Sometimes when your stage is silent, all you probably hear is someone whispering. So depending on the kind of gig that you're playing, there's no one way to get a good audio when it comes to live gigs. And I've been experimenting with a lot of handheld recorder, which in two scenarios lets me capture my guitar audio separately. So whatever I have from my modular or my pedal board or my amp, whatever it is I'm using on stage, I capture that first. And what I've been using for the last couple of months is the Zoom R4, which is a portable handheld recorder. It could do a whole lot more. It has two combo jacks on the bottom. You have these cool sliders that feels really analogy. And what I do with those is I capture my guitar stereo into this and record. But then another problem came, or I saw another person that actually recorded their performance live on stage, plus the ambient sounds on the stage, and then mix it with it. But the challenge with that is once I use the inbuilt microphone here to record the stage sound, just to bleed it in, just to have a better mix and make it feel more real, both in my ears and in my recording. Once that happens, it just takes away one input, which means I can no longer have my guitar in stereo, and a lot of details is lost there, even plus my in-ears. So now I'm looking for a multi-track recorder that will have more than two inputs and still be able to capture what the stage sound is, because now all I have is one body pack that I send in my in-ear mix to myself. That goes into one of these. If it's stereo, then I'm going to have to sum it down to mono and just go into one and have my guitar do that. But once my guitar is already in the auto second input here, I have no ambience, because on this you can only have one. You can have both. You can either have the ambient mic, which is the inbuilt mic here, or the input A, which is what I will use a quarter-inch cable to send it into. So I got this. And again, this video is not to send you on a market to start looking for recorders to buy. I'm just saying I've done that stupid thing for you guys so you don't have to, which is what the channel is all about. It's about finding the best way and the cheapest way to solve musician problems, either in home studio or live settings. And if that's your vibe, my name is Dami. I'm a guitar player and audio engineer. Subscribe to the channel for more videos like these that are very informative. And I was going to have all these on the desk and do demos, but there are hundreds of videos on YouTube. So this is basically not about the audio recorder itself or the device itself. This is from a musician on stage scenario. This is not about field recording or video making or anything. So if you want to do like field recording and audio for video in a professional settings, I don't think this is the right video. This is for musicians trying to solve a problem that we have on stage and sometimes in studio with all these portable recorders, because they are pretty handy. Now this came in really amazing, a little bit pricier. I think I paid like $100 for these B stock on Amazon, like 120 or something. This will set you back around $360 brand new, and maybe 350 or 340 used. So the price between the brand new and there's a junior brother to this, which is the Tascam Porta Capture X's. That won't work. For why? Just because it doesn't have combo jacks, it just have XLR and multiple cables just destroys your workflow. You just need something that's simple. And the X6 in my opinion, will not make sense because it has its two inputs, and they're not even combo jack. So you have to start looking for XLR, and you don't need that. We are guitar players or whatever it is you're playing. 85% of the time you're working with quarter-inch cables, and they're easier to manage than XLR cables. Less chunkier. But this is on the bigger side. If you get the X8, I think the X6 will set you back around $220 or $250, depending on where you're looking at. I'll leave all links in the description below so you can check out for them. This came in really close to solving that problem that I have. Number one, the multiple inputs, so I can have my stereo in from my guitar, still have stereo in from my in-ear mix, and I can still have the ambient sound. But that became a challenge as well with this one. It doesn't really give me the option to have all four inputs and this. So if I'm going to use the ambient mic, which is a stereo mic here, I'm going to have to sacrifice two of these inputs, which is still better than what I'm coming from here. So now I have three. So what I've decided to start doing is have this on live to gather the ambient sound, which is also going to come to my in-ear. By the way, if you're using in-ear, this might solve the problem for you. Number one, you can blend in the stage mix into your in-ears just using these. So you just send your whatever body pack you have, in-ear system that you have, you send that in here at a stereo or mono, depending on what you have. Send that in here, mix. This will have a mixer, and you can mix your stage sound with your in-ear, so that way you don't feel left out and you can actually enjoy what's going on stage. You don't have to get this one in particular. There are cheaper Zoom ones that you can use as well. I just have these and it works. You can use the Zoom for like $100, or the H4 or the H3 or H2. Anyone that has like ambience mic, you can mix it. I actually do that with this when I'm running mono. I can have the mic sending in the stage sound and then have my in-ear mix in the second input here with my guitar and all that good stuff, and still have fun with it. But this just solves some of the problems that I have with the input limitation with that Zoom R4. So I can have this stereo mix, and what it also has is a line input. So let's say you have an in-ear mix that has a line input, you can actually send that in there. But once you send that in-ear mix here, you're gonna lose this. So it's been quite challenging trying to solve that. But so far, this solves most of the problems, but it comes at a huge price tag, which I know a lot of people would not be comfortable with. So I came up with a solution. It's not the best solution, but it kind of works. And I'll share that with you guys shortly. I might be wrong, but I think I have some sort of solution, or a type of solution for this, and that's the H4 Essential from Zoom. Now this stays comfortable in between both of them. So it's smaller, it's less chunkier. So between the H4 and the R4, they're pretty much almost the same size, but I think the H4 is a little bit smaller compared to the R4. It's actually smaller. Now this is smaller, and it has that ambient mic. You're still limited to 2 combo jacks on the bottom, but one trick that this one has is a line in, which is good for certain reasons. One, it uses 2 batteries, so I mean, that means it probably consumes less power compared to the R4, because that has some amp sim. Oh, did I mention this actually has amp sims, cabs, compression, preamps, and all that stuff. So you can actually perform with this if any of your gears fail. God forbid that happens, but my point is it has amp simulators. Zoom whole system is in there, but that's a video for another day. What I like about this one is the fact that it has that lining, and you can also have these two. But with a lining, you're gonna lose this ambience mic, which is okay. So how I will use this on stage, or how I have tried to see if I can use this on stage, is have my guitar track go in here. So it's going to record on track 1 and have my in-ear mix go in here stereo, or have my in-ear mix go into the stereo ear and have my guitar stereo go into input 1 and 2. So now I'm recording 3 tracks. So this is why this is a little bit more, makes a little bit more sense compared to the R4. So if you're looking for a device to use on stage, record yourself, and also solve the in-ear problem, I will recommend this. Although you're gonna lose your, you're gonna only record your track with just one track mono, which is fine if you want to have. But if you don't care about the ambient sound, you can just have your in-ear come here and still record your performance. Well, and you can take that in post-production and kind of blend it all in and have good recording. Or if you have a spare microphone, you can just plug one ear and record the ambient while you send the other in here. Send your rig here, your guitar in here mono, or your keyboard or anything. Send your instrument in here mono. What you also have is your instrument coming here stereo with other instruments, and you can kind of blend them on one ear and still have a microphone here and a microphone outside here. In all ways, all the three, I think these wins. One, it's way cheaper. This is going to set you back around $200 brand new, or $229 brand new. I got this for like $150 B stock. Like, you know, I always get B stocks. And I paid $100 for this. So this is a little bit pricier than this one just because of the inbuilt stereo mics that you have there. And it also sounds good on an acoustic guitar. And why this always wins for me is because I can have my in-ear mix in here and then have 2 other mix out here, which is the thing that I'm going for in here. And why I'm picking these over both of them here. I mean, I'm still keeping these anyway. This has been with me for a while, but I think this wins over this, in my opinion, overall. So, but this is a little bit chunkier, more expensive. It does everything this does, and even more, but I just feel like it's gonna drop on stage and break just because I'm clumsy, and it's too expensive of a gear to drop, and I don't think there's a replacement screen. It's probably going to cost as much as the old gear costs, and overall I just think it does have some sort of protection around it. So if you're in the market for something that works well, you might get this, solve all the problem, or you can just get this and stay in the middle, or this can solve it. I will be keeping both of these for some scenarios, but this, I think I'll send these back because it's an overkill. The preamps are a little bit superior to what I have in the Zooms. The user interface is way better. It feels like you're using a cell phone with this. But again, I don't want to commit to this. This just feels like a lot. I would rather have a spare phone, an older phone, like my iPhone 12 mini on stage with me, which will be recording video 85% of the time. I'd rather have that capture audio than use something like this. I think, I don't know. I just want to share this with you guys. I hope it makes sense to somebody. And let me know in the comment section if you've been struggling with this, or if you think this is a good idea, or I'm just stupid, or both. But then I hope this also helps somebody who's trying to decide which one to get out of all three. Maybe you picked 1 or 2 things from this video. Thank you. My name is Dami, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.